There are many avenues to a knockout. Concussion, breaking down from physical abuse, psychological submission.
That face tells you everything about why they stopped the fight. Murderous power shots. Good left hook by Golovkin. And now Gennady will go for the kill.
The cut is pumping out blood right now.
Zato is just a bloody mess.
Oh, good right hand. 15 seconds in the round.
It's not just that Golovkin knocks people out. It's the way he knocks people out. These iconic knockouts, these indelible images of violence.
Let me explain this to you. If you go out there, and I don't care who you are, what weight you are, you cannot let Triple G put a glove on you.
This man is as strong as hell.
He's a middleweight Mike Tyson.
A pressure machine. He's coming to get you at all times. His thing is to seek and destroy.
Still, the undefeated, universally recognized middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Gennadyovich Golovkin, a.k.a. Triple G.
Gennady Golovkin, probably one of the 5 or 6 most exciting fighters I've ever covered. He has a following no matter where he goes. The friend you have who's a fight fan, his favorite fighter is Triple G.
Undefeated, never lost. Well, that's the $64 question. Can anybody stop Gennady Golovkin? I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from and proudly representing Brooklyn, New York, the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs.
But certainly if anybody can stop him, it might be Danny Jacobs.
I think Danny Jacobs is by far the toughest guy that Triple G has faced.
Danny Jacobs is without doubt the #2 middleweight in the world.
Danny has got the qualities that are required to give Golovkin the tough fight that he wants.
They can't deny me now.
I mean, Danny's got something like 12 consecutive knockouts going into this fight.
To me, he's a very, very legitimate threat.
Nothing can stop me.
Maybe the best opponent Triple G has fought. His following in New York, he's overcome cancer.
Clearly the 2 best middleweights.
I think Gennady and Danny are the 2 hardest hitters in the middleweight division of the last quarter century. Both of them have an electricity when they enter the ring.
When you have both fighters combine 35 knockouts in a row fighting each other, I'd venture to say that's some type of record.
When you have 2 MX missiles coming at each other, you know there's going to be one heck of an explosion.
You have 2 of the biggest punchers sitting up here in front of you, so this is truly a mega fight. Each one wants to prove that they're the best. There is no rematch clause in this fight. This is for all the marbles. As many belts as Gennady has here on display. If he doesn't win March 18th, they're going to be on this side of the table.
It's not a traditional fight. This is world class. You know, I'm champion world.
I didn't bring my belt because I want his belts. That's all I want. I didn't bring my belt. I want yours. Yours look nice. I know what mine look like. Yours look better. I want yours.
Danny Jacobs. I really, really think he's going to shine. I think he's going to show a lot of people something different, something they didn't expect. Not only do I think Danny wins, but I think he's going to be dominant. And I think Gennady himself is going to realize he's in there with a totally different animal. I think he bit off more than he can chew this time.
You're from Brownsville, New York City.
Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, indeed.
Tell me what that was like growing up there as a kid.
It was bittersweet. You know, it was a rough neighborhood. But in saying that, I still learned a lot of valuable lessons, and it made me the man I am today. Because You know, tough times make tough people.
When you look into my eyes, tell me what do you see? So is this what you want then? You wanna show me what's up then? Now we ready to bust in. Take everything, leave it with nothing.
So I walked into the Golden Gloves one night and I see this young kid and he had just this magical glow about him. He just had that charisma and I knew he was gonna be a star.
I met Danny Jacobs about 14 years ago. He was a precocious, all over the ring type of fighter, super energetic. I knew he was gonna be a special fighter.
Good, now step around it. Yeah, but that's the next shot. Circle. There you go, that's it.
He's known as a power puncher, but he's also a really good boxer. He's got everything you need. Got the good jab, combinations, hand speed, focus. I think a lot of us are becoming more and more aware of his bout with cancer.
I suffered from a very rare form of bone cancer. Paralyzed, couldn't walk. Doctors said you would never be able to box again from this tumor that you have in your back. I was away from the sport of boxing for about 2 years. Had to learn how to walk again. Had to go through 25 rounds of radiation. To go through a 6-hour surgery, then putting titanium rods to put my spine back together. There was no chance that I can come back to the sport of boxing. When I got out of the hospital and doctors, their demands was, don't go to the boxing gym, go to our therapy and learn how to walk again, and you'll be okay. Stay away from boxing. And I remember the very next week, I had my brace on, I had my cane, and I had my gym bag. And I went to the gym, and even at that point, I couldn't really walk 100%. I would have still a little limp to me. But I put on my gloves, put on my wraps, and everybody's like, what is this guy doing down here? My whole team. If you look at me, I was 225 pounds, right? From all the things that they were putting inside my body, I gained so much weight, and I just would throw my 1-2 on the bag for about 3 or 4 rounds. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. They was like, this kid is crazy.
You know what the mother told me? What? The mother told me I could never walk again. You know what they told me? They told me this opportunity wouldn't be possible. You know what? I'm gonna do this shit. Exactly. I'm gonna do it. Exactly. Believe that. It's over. Believe that.
The bell in round number 1, Jacobs in the navy blue ends. Jacobs now going on the attack. Oh, that left hook to the head of Fletcher, and down goes Fletcher. Fantastic start for the Brooklyn native, teeing off on Fletcher, working the body, going upstairs, final 30 seconds. There's a right hand, left to the body. Terrific start for Brooklyn's Daniel Jacobs. 10 seconds left in the round. Fletcher corralled in the corner, and down he goes for the second time in the fight. Daniel Jacobs, with just 2 seconds left in the 5th round, has made history.
I respect Daniel. I know him a long time. He is a very good guy, a very good fighter. I watch his fight like fan. You know, for me, it's very interesting.
I don't think Gennady's gonna come out charging at Danny. If he does, it's gonna be a big mistake. We saw what happened with Peter Quillin.
Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you. Come out at the bell.
Nobody thought he would take Quillin out in round 1. That's for sure. He jumped on Quillin early. He hurt Quillin, something we didn't expect to see from him in round 1.
I don't think that there's anybody that has one-punch knockout power the way Danny possesses it or in the last 25 years. Everybody said Danny didn't have enough dog in him to win that fight and that he was going to get knocked out, and Danny proved everybody wrong.
None of us saw that coming.
That's it. There you go. There you go. Step in that circle. Step and shoot. Step and shoot.
We have to be the best Danny Jacobs that we could ever be. We're gonna bake a monster cake when we get out there. We have all the ingredients, and we're gonna throw in some special secret ingredients.
That's what I want to know. I want to know.
If I told you the secret ingredients, I'd have to kill you.
We can't show them that either. That's secret technique right there. Covers many bases. Good. I like the turn. That's it. That's it.
My ability speaks for itself, and that's what I look forward to doing, letting my hand speak for itself.
I think he's going to trade harder, smarter than he did for the Peter Quillin fight. I honestly think Danny's going to be clearly dominant, and I expect him to knock out Gennady within 6 rounds.
Yeah, he's a little bit taller than me, and maybe bigger than me, maybe stronger than me. This is boxing. Size is nothing.
You have to have a plan A, you have to have a plan B, you might even have to have a plan C. But ultimately, it takes the right mind frame to beat a guy like Triple G. You have to have the heart. You can't fear him. One of the main reasons why a lot of guys have not really been successful, but they've already been beaten before they got into the ring because of what they fear of this man. I have no fears.
He does have the quicker hands, I believe. But does he punch hard enough to hurt Triple G? That's the question.
Gennady Golovkin, undefeated 36-0, 33 knockouts, tremendous puncher, aggressive, one of the best middleweights to come along in an awful long time. You'd have to go back to Marvin Hagler to find a middleweight as good as Gennady Golovkin. He's defended the title 17 times. The record holder is Bernard Hopkins, who defended his title 20 times in the middleweight division. So Golovkin is going after Bernard Hopkins' record for most successful title defenses.
I met Gennady, I think it was 2006 in Germany. I and my brother, we met him. We saw that he is a guy who has a talent as one of 10 millions, and the problem was he didn't get the attention from the media and from the promoters he deserved. We suggested to him to take the role as his managers and to go to the United States.
I have power, I have class, and I want to show my fans my style, my work.
He throws hard left hands to the body. He throws hard right hands to the body. 93 left hooks upstairs, 91 right crosses upstairs, and they're gonna stop it in the corner. Gennady, who do you want to fight next?
My goal is all the belts in the middle division. Just I want unification fight. I need my last belt.
He just doesn't have the personality of a fighter.
This is serious business.
I've been out to dinner with him and his wife. I've been in the company of him and his son. And you figure, this guy can't be a fighter. He must be a host for a TV kid show on Saturday morning with that happy-go-lucky attitude until the bell for the first round rings.
What is he when that bell rings?
A knockout machine.
From Brooklyn, New York, the challenger, the power-punching KO artist, Curtis. It's my time, Stevens.
My last question for him, I asked him, you serious? You serious? Okay, yeah, I'm serious. Okay.
Touch gloves. God bless you both.
Down goes Stevens. There it is. Cossack Thunder in round number 2.
I know I'm champion. I know I'm better. My power better. My speed better.
And now Gennady will go for the kill. He runs across the ring. Bangs Stevens into the ropes. 10 seconds to go in the round.
who is who.
Triple G is such a high-class, high-skill level fighter that people don't give him the credit they deserve for his immaculate skill level.
That's power, precision, speed, and the ability to take a punch.
Not easy to hurt Gennady. Guys have hit him flush on the jaw, and he doesn't even flinch. He just keeps coming, you know?
We saw with the Daniel Kiel fight here at Madison Square Garden where he got hit flush in the face and he was throwing a punch at the same time and knocked out Kiel in that sequence. That's one of his highlight KOs of many.
I remember my fight with David Lemieux. This is interesting because unification, pay-per-view, and champions with champions. This is an interesting fight.
And Lemieux was probably the stronger one, but he couldn't hit Triple G because of that jab. Triple G completely took his power away from him.
Lemieux, a deadly knockout puncher. What did Gennady do? He came in, he turned that left shoulder forward, he used a great jab, he fought a more defensive, smart fight against the power puncher and just nullified the power of the other fighter.
Abel Sanchez is such a consummate professional. This is the second time now that he's been voted Trainer of the Year. And he just has a system in Big Bear at his Summit Gym. I call him the mad scientist up there.
We have about a 2-hour training regimen every day, whether it be strength and conditioning or the boxing part of it.
First of all, I respect him. He's a great guy. He's a great man, you know, he's like father for me. He's the best coach in the world.
Yeah, you're trying to throw that hook too much. I want to see jabs. I want to see something in here when he's up against the ropes, all right?
I want to be aggressive. I want to come forward. I want to make the fight. I want to put on a show for the fans. Obviously, I don't want to get in a slugfest, but I want to use defense, but aggressiveness. I call it an aggressive defense is what I call my style. I'm not going to adapt to anybody. They're going to have to adapt to us.
It's just a matter of time. Just keep pounding, okay?
There's a reason why Gennady has 23 knockouts in a row and is undefeated and considered the biggest puncher in the sport of boxing.
It's not a mystery. There's no magic act. You know, Gennady Golovkin is a beacon to other fighters, and he's running farther and faster than everybody else in the morning run. He's doing 2,100 crunches or sit-ups a day. He spars at a faster rate than other fighters. There's this constant marveling about his level of serious, applied dedication.
I like practice. This is my family, you know, that's it.
We share a birthday. I'm born on April 8th, just as is Gennady Golovkin. And last year, on our mutual birthday, I sent him a text, and I said, Gennady, I am perfectly willing today to do 2,100 sit-ups in honor of you, if you will reciprocate by getting up and going to the bathroom 5 times overnight. Kell Brook had a kind of a shootout with Triple G, didn't he?
I think in the Brook fight, he got hit a couple times only because he got sloppy.
I wonder, because in a round or two, he demonstrates there's nothing the other guy can do. He usually hurts him, drops him, something that lets everyone know I'm the superior fighter, especially lets the opponent know that.
Triple G is setting him up, and if he stay on that rope,
Body shot, Brook is in trouble.
At a certain point, usually in the 3rd or 4th or 5th round, suddenly the other guy has a flurry in him.
when Triple G is
Good uppercut by Brook. Crowd comes out of its seats. Excited by the uppercut.
I think he is hurt.
And it looks like, oh, look at this, Triple G's getting hit. And I wonder how much of that is a strategy on Triple G's part. What, did he get lazy or complacent? No, that's not his personality in the ring.
Number one in the sport by CONNOLLY count and landing jabs. There's a good uppercut for Brook. There's a right hand for Brook.
let the other guy open up so I can have some clean shots on him. And maybe, look, everybody, I'm kind of easy to hit. Maybe these guys who are running and ducking me will fight me. See, look, Kell Brook can hit me. This one can hit me, that one can hit me. And when he's taking those shots, he's usually egging the other guy on. His chin comes down here and he's taking all the shots over here. It seems to me he knows what he's doing.
Hard right hand by Golovkin.
The kid had a broken orbital bone, I think. I knew something was wrong with him after the 4th round, I think it was. And I said, that's his last round. They said, how you know? It looked like he's coming back. I said, no, he's not coming back. That was his last round. And sure enough, the 5th round, they stopped it. They did the right thing because the kid lived to come back and fight another day.
Kell Brook's not a natural middleweight. And if Danny Jacobs can do his best Kell Brook, if he can at least have that quality, and now you puff that up to a natural middleweight, it could get very interesting.
How was crazy fight? Like my street fight? Thank you very much.
Where does that aggression come from? He'll take a punch to land 2. He'll throw unbelievable lefts and jabs that just snaps the opponent's head back like they've never been hit before in their life to come in with that right over top.
You see the passion on his face as he's tearing into the other guy. He is throwing those shots with bad intentions.
Am I gonna face some challenges? Yes, maybe. Is it gonna be the toughest? Yes, maybe. But I've been hurt before. I've been down before. I'm not afraid of that. This is what happens in the sport of boxing. You get hit, but it's up to you to get up and to fight back.
I know my business. This is my business. This is my life.
His audience, it's global, it's indelible. They're there for a reason. The reason is spelled knockout. And as long as that streak continues, he's going to be the most charismatic star in boxing.
You ever been knocked down?
Never.
I think that this is Golovkin's breakout year.
I think this fight is the start of that, depending on how he handles Danny Jacobs. Maybe Golovkin will get elevated in people's minds, but I want the biggest challenge for Golovkin so that we all can see how good he is. We haven't really seen the best of him yet.
I'm here now to officially announce that Chocolatito Gonzalez will be the co-feature of the fight. He'll be fighting his WBC mandatory fight from Thailand, Sisraket. Chocolatito is pretty much universally considered as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Many people are projecting that Sisraket will be the toughest fight that Chocolatito has been in.
Román es el segundo monarca que ha tenido Nicaragua a través de la historia.
According to most people, you're the best Nicaraguan fighter ever. And as great as Arguello was, you're just a little bit better than Arguello. When you hear something like that, what do you think?
Yo entrené con Alexis.
You know, I trained with him.
Yo estoy aquí contigo.
And I'm here because of God,
Por mi equipo de
because
trabajo,
of
por
my
mi
team,
papá,
because of my
y por
father,
Alexis.
and because of
Porque
Alexis.
estamos siguiendo.
He went and put himself with Triple G to challenge himself every day in training so that he would be ready for this guy.
You know, for Chocolatito, he's a very good guy. For first training camp, for him, it's, I think, very hard. It's a good experience for him. I think it's better. Right now, he's much better.
Golovkin, los primeros días que yo llegué, él dijo, aquí han venido muchos y no aguantan. Los primeros días estando allá en el campamento costó mucho porque la respiración es durísima, helado y estábamos a 7,000 pies y pues me cansaba mucho.
Of course, I like his style. Champion. He's like a warrior. It's very interesting. Small, strong guy, fast, quick.
We're ready, we're ready.
This is true drama show, you know.
Chocolatito, Roy, one of those guys where his opponent can do everything he's supposed to do, and still Chocolatito can make it turn out bad for him. Chocolatito, I hope people can see this. The way he rolls punches off his shoulder so they don't land cleanly. The way he throws both hands and varies the speed and power of his punches to the head and body. It is masterful. It's difficult to call the blow-by-blow action with Chocolatito because it's a non-stop, steady stream of lefts and rights. Uppercut with the left hand. Right hand over the top by Chocolatito.
Good right hand by Chocolatito. This is one hell of a boxing match next.
Both men leaving it all out in the middle of the ring.
What a fight. What a fight.
And new WBC Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Román El Chocolatito González.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event, 12 rounds of boxing for the middleweight championship of the world.
This fight is going to be great simply because you have two warriors who are willing to do anything to win.
It's going to be a lot of fireworks on March 18th.
Is the #2 middleweight good enough to fight the #1 middleweight?
At any moment, either guy can end the fight.
I think the guy that lands the first significant punch, the tide will change in his favor.
And they're gonna be letting them fly all over the place.
It's a good fight. This is first class. This is championship class.
There's a man actually trying to come in there and bring harm to you. And he doesn't care about cancer. He doesn't care about my story, my past, or anything that I bring to the table. He wants to harm me.
I have to ask you, do you think you're invincible?
I don't expect the fight to go the distance, not with guys that throw bombs like these two.
We won't see the 12th round in this fight.
Somebody's going to land a devastating shot.
I'm not afraid of anything. The Creator didn't get me this far to let me fail.
This is excitement. This is boxing. This is what we love to watch.
It's compelling. It's electric.
I can't wait to see it.
No, seriously, I'm a regular guy.